Good morning. It's time to get in touch. In Touch is a public affairs show dedicated to improving the lives of Susquehanna Valley residents. I'm Freddi Hammer, news director at Backyard Broadcasting. Heat waves are being forecast across the region as we jump feet first into summer. Trying to balance staying cool enough with trying to not be overwhelmed by a large electric bill at the end of the month is on a lot of Pennsylvania residents' minds. Tracie Witter from PPL Electric Utilities is with me this morning on In Touch. Hi, Tracie. What is your position with PPL?
Hi, Freddi. So I'm the Regional Affairs Director for PPL Electric Utilities, and I cover actually 9 counties like Homing, Clinton, Union, Snyder, Northumberland, Columbia, Montour, and then Perry and Juniata, which is west of Harrisburg. So in that role, I work with the elected officials and try to communicate with them issues that are important to our company, for our customers. Work with the media in a proactive mode, as like we do, like we're talking right now. Also respond to any media inquiries when we have outages. And I also work with a lot of area nonprofits with respect to the PPL Foundation. So we provide over $3 million a year throughout the 29 counties that we serve as a utility. We provide that funding to nonprofits to help make the communities where we do business better communities.
I did read about PPL Education Foundation that you were able to give that money to the Community Arts Center in Williamsport this past week.
Yeah, that was just recently part of our sustaining grant, which is every year we have sustaining grants that we distribute. And this year we were able to distribute a lot of funds to, various arts and organizations like the Community Arts Center. Also have a focus on education. Pennsylvania College of Technology and like Homing College here locally received a lot of funding from us. So, again, that's part of our goal to just help create sustainable communities.
Talking about electricity across the country, you hear about sometimes the grid goes down or they're having brownouts. We never really have that here in Pennsylvania. It seems like you guys have a good grip on the reliability of the electricity.
Yeah, I know. It's a common question, and we're very fortunate. PPL Electric Utilities throughout the years, really over the past decade, has invested a lot in our infrastructure. So ongoing investments to make it ready to handle the increased demand that comes with temperature extremes, the heat wave we're experiencing now. We update old lines with stronger poles and wires. We add new technology like smart grid, which automatically detects an outage and reroutes power to another line. Yeah, and we're actually in the top 10% in the country, in the nation, for our reliability. So we think, our customers, feel that when they experience fewer outages than others across the country.
Yeah, there's none of that like, oh no, maybe it'll happen again, because it's never really happened.
Yeah, we do. It's all a matter of our commitment to maintaining the infrastructure and those ongoing investments.
Is that what the problem is when you do have an outage? Is it because a wire will break, or is it some other factor? I mean, it's just like, what's going on in there? I think it's sort of something we don't really see, so we don't understand.
Yeah, well, there's multiple reasons. The most common reason for an outage is usually trees that fall on wire on the line.
Okay.
And that's the most common cause. Now, this area where we live, we're especially proud of that reliability success we've had, that top 10% of the nation, because we live in an area that's very rural, and we have a lot of trees.
Yeah.
But we've just invested a lot in tree trimming. Sometimes you'll see our contractors, our teams out trimming trees, and there's a really good reason for that. That's because we're trying to avoid those limbs falling on lines during storms. A lot of our peers that are in that top 10% have a lot of underground. So again, if you think of the challenges that we have here because of the amount of vegetation we have, it makes us, especially proud of that we're in the company of a lot of utility companies that have underground that don't have the same challenges that we do.
You have good first responders that are right on it, working hard to make it right.
Yeah, our linemen are very committed to their work. And we really do. We watch that. We watch response times, and they have a real passion for what they do to help the customer. So
Well, thank them for us, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
So we want to save a little bit of money this summer. I know some folks, that wherever they are, they may be running the air conditioning, whatever's going on, they're running that air, and they're thinking, oh my gosh, my bill is just ticking up. We want to find ways where we can save some energy as well as the money in this extreme heat. How do we do that, Tracie?
Yeah, we have a lot of great tips for people that want to save energy and money during the extreme heat, extreme temperatures.
Okay.
So some simple things: you close your blinds and shades during the day to block the hot sun.
Okay.
Another important thing to do during the day when the sun is at its peak is to minimize the use of heat-generating appliances like the stove, dishwasher, dryer. Use ceiling fans or box fans. It's certainly more inexpensive to use those because it costs much less to move the air than it does to cool it with an air conditioner.
Okay.
Yeah, and, air conditioners, we recommend if you're, not at home to set them to 78 degrees. That also between 72 and 78 is usually a comfortable setting, especially if individuals wear light clothing. And you can save energy for every degree higher that you can set your thermostat.
Okay.
And again, the Federal Department of Energy recommends 78 degrees.
I don't know how I could live in 78 degrees. I'm kind of a 72 person myself.
Yeah, I think I am. It's the perfect temperature.
It really is. All year round. I love it. Ceiling fans and stuff, that's probably something we should be running as well, right?
Yeah, so ceiling fans, as long as you're in the room. If you're not in the room, we recommend you turn them off because it doesn't, it cools the individual. It doesn't cool the room. It moves the air.
Okay.
We also recommend that the fans, check your ceiling fans and make sure they run in a counterclockwise direction because that pushes the cool air down. Towards, the individuals in the room.
Is that just a little button on there?
Well, sometimes there's on your remote, it'll say reverse direction.
Oh.
You have a remote, yeah. Or you can just, turn your ceiling fan on and watch and see which direction it's going.
Okay.
You won't feel the air move under it if it's going in a clockwise direction. That means it's pushing the air up.
All right. Well, that's good advice. I never really quite thought about it. Like, we haven't had a lot of ceiling fans in my life, so I guess it's something I've just never thought of. Like, okay, turn it around. That makes sense. I guess in the winter, do you want to push the heat down too?
Yeah, I would say you want to go in the clockwise direction.
Okay. Interesting.
The other thing we say is to make sure your air conditioner filters are clean so that they're operating in the most efficient way. And then any vents that you have to make sure they're not blocked by furniture or objects if you have central air. We remind people to caulk the gaps around their doors and windows to prevent hot air from entering the home. Mm-hmm. And then another simple thing you can do is you can create airflow if you have a 2-story home by opening a downstairs window on the shady side of your home and then an upstairs window on the hot side of the home.
What does that do?
That just creates airflow.
Oh, like will it pull the heat out the window?
Right.
Oh, you're so smart, Tracie. I'm so impressed. Like, wow, okay, I'm writing these things down. Put these on the website.
Yeah, well, we have, anybody that wants to look at a list of all these tips can go to our website, pplelectric.com. Another thing is if you switch to LED bulbs, they give off a lot less heat than the traditional bulbs.
Okay.
So we recommend that in general, just use LED bulbs.
Cool. Yeah, but they don't burn out as fast either. They'll last a long time.
That's true.
Like, as a PPL customer myself, I know that I can choose different electric companies for different prices or as far as the electricity coming into my home, and it switches on different occasions. Tell me a little bit about that program or different programs that people might be able to sign up for that could bring their bill down a little bit more.
Sure. So we have a variety of programs to help our customers with their bills. The one that we talk about the most during times of extreme temperatures, either very hot or very cold, is our budget billing option. Mm-hmm. So individuals can try to smooth out their seasonal ups and downs with a consistent monthly payment. And when you go to our website, you select the budget billing option. You can always call us at 1-800-DIAL-PPL, and we'll review all of the options we have. We also have a lot of options for our low-income customers to help them with their bills. We have a fund that the employees all contribute to. It's called Operation Help. We can donate money to that, and that's funds that we provide to customers who've gone through some hardship and who have low income.
Have you been affected by that very much as far as bill paying through the pandemic this year?
Yeah, we have seen a lot of our customers taking advantage of those programs, and we've tried to communicate frequently with individuals about that, about the programs that they can use. And with the pandemic, we have suspended any power shut-off.
Okay.
And right before the pandemic, if an individual had not paid their bill, we give a long grace period before we will, and also notification before we will turn off anyone's power if they haven't paid a bill. But just if we had turned off an individual and shut off their service right before the pandemic, we did go back and reinstate them as customers just because of the hardship of the pandemic.
Sure.
We also eliminated any late fees. There's no late fees right now for individuals. So we're really trying to help our customers. Our foundation diverted funds, $500,000 through that Operation Help program. So there's more funding in there for our customers. And we also adjusted the income level so that we could reach more customers.
Well, that's wonderful. As local offices, do you have branches all over? You particularly are in Montoursville, but are there other areas where PPL works out of as well in Lycoming County?
In Lycoming County, no.
Okay.
But we do have, in Macklehattan, we have a service center right off the Macklehattan exit. You can see a PPL service center. We have one in Northumberland right on Route 147. It's a pretty large office of ours. Bloomsburg. So those are some of the areas in the region. Again, our team covers a wide region, but as for physical locations, the one is in Montoursville right off of Route 180, the Fairfield exit.
Now, when we face a heat wave like we've been doing, you hear a lot of the talk in media as well as in news. People say, check on your neighbors. Make sure that the elderly are all right. Do you have any suggestions for us to make sure that we're keeping our neighbors safe during this hot weather?
Yeah, I think it's good to, check on them, remind them to drink plenty of cool, non-alcoholic beverages, not leave people or pets in a closed car, avoid strenuous activity. If you're going to be outside, try to find shade and wear a big hat to protect your face. So those are just some of the general safety tips. In fact, we talk about this a lot with our teams because we have field workers out and working through all sorts of weather, like the hot weather. I was just out visiting with a team in Bloomsburg this week, and they have a cooler on the back of their truck where they, have water and Gatorade. So the same things that we recommend for our teams, we recommend for the public too.
Okay. The things that they say, like sometimes people are kind of prideful about air conditioning, like I haven't turned on my air since last year or whatever. It's really kind of in this kind of heat. It's not something that we need to be proud of. We need to run that air so that we're safe because you don't want to be pushing the edges of heat exhaustion.
Right. I mean, it's certainly one of the causes. I'm not in the healthcare industry, and I'm not a healthcare professional, but I do believe that air conditioning, people are at risk for any kind of heat-related illnesses. So, certainly to use the air conditioner. But again, just follow our tips on trying to use it in moderation, especially if you're not in the home, to set it at a higher temperature.
All right, absolutely. Yeah, it's sort of encouraging those that we know in our neighborhoods that may not have air conditioners, maybe bring them a fan or make sure that they're staying cool with all the different tips that you've provided.
Right.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to maybe flattening out our bill with PPL or making sure that we can save money, save energy. What other things can we keep in mind as we head on into the winter as far as energy goes, or any kind of things happening at PPL?
Well, again, just make sure your heating systems are probably running in the most efficient manner. If you have a generator, use the generator outside if there are any sort of storm-related outages. And just, be sure to call us, check our website if you want any kind of efficiency tips, 1-800-DIAL-PPL or pplelectric.com.
Tracie, it's been wonderful speaking with you. Thank you for joining us today here on InTouch about the different things we can do to save some money, save some energy, keep ourselves healthy and safe during this heat wave we're experiencing in Lycoming County and beyond.
Great. Yeah, thanks for having me.
InTouch is locally produced in our studios at 1685 4 Mile Drive in Williamsport. To get in touch with us regarding questions, comments, or topic ideas, call weekdays between 8 and 5 570-323-8200. You can also write to us at 1685 4 Mile Drive, Williamsport, PA 17701. Attention Freddi Hammer. Or email me at fhammer@backyardbroadcasting.com. For archive programs of our InTouch series, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Backyard Broadcasting. Each current weekly program is featured on the Backyard Broadcasting websites. Thanks for listening to InTouch, a production of Backyard Broadcasting.